Thank you. We may be seated. Can all members come in and members of the community to come in and take their position? My greetings to the Deputy Minister of Police, to the senior managers that are here, the managers that are here. I am Colonel Mofokeng. I will be the program director, together with the MMC for Finance, Ms. Arnold. And now we will request that we all rise as the band leads us with the national anthem. And all males in civilian clothing, you are requested to remove your headdress, and all officers in uniform to acknowledge with a salute. Over to you, Bandmaster. Thank you. We may be seated. I now call to the podium Chaplain Msimango to read and pray for us. Chaplain.
Thank you very much, Colonel. Greetings to the Deputy Minister of Police, senior officers, senior managers of South African Police Service, community members. I greet you all in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Allow me this morning to read from the book of Psalm 121. I am going to read verse 1 and 2 only, and it reads as follows, the Psalm of David. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Till this far, we read the word of the Lord. Community members, Our help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Every answer that we need comes from the Lord. Come, let us pray. Heavenly Father, I would like to thank you this morning for this privilege that our minister, deputy minister, will be in this community, my dear Father. I pray that you give him wisdom. I pray for the community members, my dear Father, that you cover us all under the blood of Lord Jesus Christ, so that the enemy will not see us. I pray that you become invisible to those who are doing evil in this community. And I also pray that you expose them in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you, Dr. Mruti. I now request the Executive Mayor of the City of Johannesburg Metropolitan Municipality, Councillor Morero, to give us a welcoming remarks and introduction of dignitaries. Councillor.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take this opportunity to first and foremost acknowledge the Deputy Minister of Police, Deputy Minister Cassel Mathale, the Deputy Minister of Social Development, Hanif Hendricks, I acknowledge you once more, MEC of Kokta, Jacob Mamabulu, members of the Executive, the National Police Deputy Commissioner General Kekana, and the Provincial Commissioner General Mthombeni, the Chief of Police Commissioner Jaka, senior leadership of the South African Police Service and the Johannesburg Metro Police Department, government officials, fellow councillors, and most importantly, the people of Eldorado Park. We are gathered here today at the time when the question of safety is not just a matter of policy. However, it is a matter of survival for many communities across Johannesburg and South Africa. For far too long, residents in Eldorado Park have lived with the daily reality of fear. Fear of gunshots at night, fear of drug trafficking that traps our youth, fear that the law has become distant, something that is now inaccessible. That is why this engagement must go beyond protocol. It must be a moment of reckoning and of action. Because what is at stake is not just crime statistics. It is the very soul of our city, our province, and our country. In Johannesburg, we have made it clear, and we have made a clear decision that public safety is not a downstream issue. It is a foundational issue. No economy can grow, no community can thrive, and no child can dream freely if the streets are not safe. That is why we are intensifying bylaw enforcement and crime prevention, prioritizing hotspot interventions, and strengthening visible policing through our Johannesburg Metro Police Department. But we also recognize that the scale of the challenge demands more than just the siloed efforts. Crime is mobile, it crosses borders and shifts territories, and adapts faster than bureaucracy. And that is precisely why intergovernmental relations must be more than just a meeting. It must be about our mindset. We cannot afford a fragmented response. We need a coordinated ecosystem of enforcement. SAPS, JMPD, provincial departments, all of us need to operate as one force. The Memorandum of Understanding on Integrated Operations being signed across the province is not just an agreement. It is an instrument of alignment. It is how we build trust between spheres of government and communities we serve. Eldorado Park is not asking for miracles. The community is asking for presence, for accountability, for safety to return as a lived reality, not a political slogan. That means smarter deployment of resources, real-time intelligence sharing, joint operations that disrupt organized crime, and officers who are empowered, visible, and respected. As we initiated this in the inner city of Johannesburg, the same must be applied across the entire city. To our communities, your voice matters. Your frustrations is justified, and your resilience inspires us to do better. To the police, the badge you wear carries the weight of public trust. Every action you take must restore that trust. And to all of us in leadership, this is our collective test. Because in the end, history will not judge us by how many meetings we attended, but by whether the people of Eldorado Park and everywhere risks in Johannesburg felt safer because we showed up, we listened, and we acted. Furthermore, we have directed the Social Development Department to accelerate the action plan of the city's local drug action committee urgently for the drug hotspots in areas such as Region G, in Eldos in particular, and Region F in the inner city, and Region D in Soweto. Let today be more than a visit. Let it be a turning point. Our city, our one city, one province, one people, taking back our communities street by street with unity, courage, and resolve. Let me welcome you, all of you, to this important engagement with both the Deputy Minister of Police and the Deputy Minister of Social Development, and of course our MEC of Cocta, and all the councillors of the city of Johannesburg, and all the police officers and the community of Eldos. You are all welcomed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mthombeni. Can we please give him a round of applause, please? Thank you. I would now request the Divisional Commissioner for Crime Detection, Lieutenant General Sintumule, to render or give us the purpose of this meeting. General.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Allow me to first greet the Deputy Minister of Police, Mr. Cassel Mathale, the Deputy Minister Hendricks, the Acting Premier of the Province, MEC Mamabolo, HOD Nontsikelelo Sisulu, the Executive Mayor of the City of Johannesburg, who have just welcomed us. Let me also greet my colleagues, Divisional Commissioners who are present here today, Chief Jaka from the Metro Police, all the DPCs in my presence, as well as the component heads from national, heads of entities, and various government department representatives, members of the police, CPF members, and particularly the chairperson, leaders of the community of Eldorado Park, faith-based organizations, all other stakeholders, ladies and gentlemen. It is truly an honor for me and a privilege to represent SAPS in giving the purpose of today. And in that regard, let me also appreciate the community of Eldorado Park for making time to attend our Ministerial Crime Prevention Committee engagement that we also know as Community Imbizo. I want to reiterate and emphasize that this event is essential for enabling critical engagements and fostering collaboration between the community members, local government, provincial government, the SAPS and the police ministry in general, and that we do to ensure that we build safer communities and also rebuild moral regeneration in our country in general. We also want to urge the leaders today that as we engage, you do so openly, because we are here to address your grievances. We are also here to ensure that the engagement with you yields us in finding sustainable solutions to be able to tackle criminal elements, particularly organized crime that is prevalent in your communities and surrounding areas. We are also determined to build mutually beneficial relationships and also strong partnerships with leaders as well as other structures in the community to ensure that we bring about positive change in this area. The more effectively we engage, the better our ability to address and tackle issues of common interest, and in this case, issues that are pertinent to safety and security. Further, I also want to emphasize that our gathering here today emanates from this area experiencing high levels of criminality, which is also organized in nature, which also impacts on the safety of our communities. These crimes are driven by elements who actually want to instill a spirit of fear in our communities. The image painted when we look at all our media platforms, but also engaging with our community leaders, is that of troubled environment yielded by guns and gang violence, drug dealing, drug and substance abuse, which has led to infiltration in schools, also disrupting teaching and learning, and also corrupting our future leaders. As the SAPS, our vision is to create a safe and secure environment for all the people of this country. And our mandate, as based in the Constitution, according to Section 205, it is to prevent, combat, investigate, as well as maintain public order. And we are here committed, as we are alluding to it today. We also came here to give an opportunity to express your concerns and grievances and give you a platform that allows for direct engagement with the management of SAPS, led by the Deputy Minister, as well as all the other key stakeholders who are here with us today. We are here to listen to you. We are here to hear you out, because we truly and seriously are concerned about criminality in Eldorado Park. Therefore, again, I urge that you make use of this opportunity to give us a clear picture and maybe first-hand account of your life experiences, that you seek help and also are asking the police to collaborate with the community towards restoring and encouraging law and order in this community. Lastly, Deputy Minister, we want to say our ears are open, that your concerns are also our concerns, and therefore make use of this platform for the betterment of this community and your society at large. Remember, when we work together, we can enable the rule of law, the authority of the state to reign supreme. Most importantly, together we can restore calm, peace, and stability in your community. I thank you.
Thank you very much, General. A round of applause, please. Thank you. Special request, all the members that are standing and committee members that are standing against the wall, please move to this side. On my left-hand side, there's enough chairs to sit, or on my right-hand side, you can take the chairs and sit comfortably. Deputy Minister, I now call Ms. Hendricks from the Black Entrepreneurs Alliance to give us a message of support. I request all members of the subs community that are standing, please take your chairs. Nobody must be standing because we have enough chairs for you to sit. Please let us respect the Deputy Minister. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Honorable Deputy Police Minister Cassel Mathale, Deputy Minister of Social Development, Honorable Jane Sitole, Deputy Minister of Justice and Constitutional Development, Honorable Andre Snell, Gauteng Acting Premier of Health, MEC Honorable Rela Koko, Gauteng MEC of Social Development, Honorable Faith Masebuku, Executive Mayor of the City of Johannesburg, Councillor Sitole Dada Marrero, COJ MMCs, councillors, directors, members of SAPS, members of Gauteng Police, members of JMPD, crime wardens, community leaders, distinguished guests, families of Eldorado Park, Westbury, Reiger Park, Annandale, and surrounding communities. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today we gather not only to reflect on the challenges we face as a community, but to acknowledge the tireless efforts of the South African Police Service and the compassionate leadership by our Deputy Minister, Mathale, a leader South Africa so desperately needs. Acknowledging the SAPS amidst challenges, SAPS operates under immense pressure, high crime rates, socioeconomic hardships, and deep-seated community frustrations. Yet, despite these challenges, our officers continue to serve, often at great personal risks. We must recognize these sacrifices while also demanding accountability and improve service delivery where gaps exist. The tragic death of Chesney Kepler shook our community to its core. It exposed fractures in trust between residents and law enforcement. But today we stand at a crossroad, not just to mourn and remember the young girl, but to rebuild. When I addressed the nation during the Chesney Kepler funeral, I called on Deputy Minister Mathale to come to Eldorado Park, and he has heard our plight. And true to his character as a leader of action, he answered that call. Honorable Deputy Minister, your presence here today is a testament of your humility and commitment to justice. 4 months after Chesney's funeral, you have returned not just to pay respects, but to mend relationships between this community and the South African Police Service. This is the mark of a true leader, one who does not shy away from difficult conversations, but embrace them and forge solutions. Your legacy in Limpopo, where you empowered entrepreneurs and advanced economic justice, is proof that your leadership is about tangible change. Today we ask that you bring that same vision to Gauteng. Ensuring that justice for Chene is served and not that other young woman, and that no other young woman would fall victim to violence, especially not at the hands of those that are meant to protect them. A call for systematic improvement. Our demands are clear. A social reset between SAPS and the community. We need transparency, accountability, and regular community dialogues to restore trust. Revive trauma units and efficient service delivery. Our nation must be captivated to handle cases swiftly, with Gauteng wardens assisting in administrative backlogs and language barriers that hinders justice. Gender-based violence interventions. We salute MEC Faith Masabuku, a true Imbokondo, for her relentless fight against GBV femicide. We also acknowledge the Gauteng Health MEC and Acting Premier for her social economic programs aimed at curbing this scourge. Economic empowerment through partnerships. We urge the Department of Labor through the Labor Activation Program, the CETAs, and the Department of Small Business to collaborate with communities, providing skills and jobs through aggregated tenders. The Public Procurement Act must aggressively be implemented to ensure fair opportunities for all. I mean, no one must be left behind economically. Deputy Minister, you did this with your constituency in Limpopo province, and we need that replication here, right now. This is the same family. We are going to bed tonight on an empty stomach. While we demand better from our leaders, we must also take responsibility. Crime cannot be fought by the South African Police Service alone. We must participate in community policing forums, report crimes, and members of our youth, and mentor our youth away from gangs and drugs. A mindset shift is needed. One of self-determination and resilience against unemployment and crime. Recognizing progressive initiatives, we applaud the Gauteng Tactical Unit under Claudie Thomas, a colored woman leading tactical safety and security, providing gender equality and safety is possible. On that note, Honorable Mathale, we are deeply appreciative of the fact that you have honored our request to come out here today and to come and listen to our community. Thank you so much for your commitment, sir.
Thank you very much. A round of applause, please. We have come to the part where we allow the community to engage with the Deputy Minister and the entourage. I will now call upon to the stage to facilitate the process the MMC for Finance, Ms. Hendricks, to lead the engagement. MMC. Arnold, sorry. Arnold, sorry. Apologies.
Thank you so much, Co-Program Director. My name is Margaret Arnolds, and I'm used to it that it is called in different ways. In KZN, I'm called Maglet. In the Eastern Cape, I'm called Margaret. So I'm very alive to this. Thank you, Co-Program Director. We are now going to have the community engaging with the Deputy Minister. I stand on all the protocols that was observed earlier on for the matter of time, and welcome to all the people in Eldorado Park today. As the Mayor said, we are not asking for miracles, but we are asking for services to be delivered to us. We are tired of our children dying, and we are tired of the drugs that's walking around in Eldorado Park. With all that, I'm going to call on the community. I can see hands from here. I will start right at the back. There is a hand. Wow. We are going to call 15 people. Yeah, they should come to the front. On my left-hand side, there's, yeah, if we can come out that way so that you get the mic from the officer. And you all have 1.5 minutes. You have 1.5 minutes. In 1.5 minutes, you can say a lot. We speak 3 minutes, Mali, in council, and then I speak 10 pages. Okay, let's make it 2 minutes. We'll make it 2 minutes. But I'd also ask the community, whilst we are having the questions, can we ask that we are quiet so that the minister can hear the questions, note the questions, and that we go through this in a very nice way? Can we have that as agreement? Okay, so we are going to, when you come and you take the mic, you identify yourself, who you are, and where in Eldorado Park you are, and you take your 2 minutes. Thank you. Can we start with the first person? That's Millie. Can she have a mic? Millie, can you move this way so that everybody can hear you?
Okay. Testing. Everybody can hear me here? Hi, my name is Millie, and I'm here, Deputy Minister, to explain to you that we've got too soft. Must I face that way?
General Kubeka.
Oh, sorry, no, my seconds are gone. Please count my seconds. You took it.
You can, no, you can go on, Millie. You carry on.
Hi, good day, guys. My name is Millie, and I'm a resident and I'm an activist in Eldorado Park. One of my problems is that I've got 2 case numbers. 193, please write this down, Deputy Minister. 193 of 6/2024 and 202 of 6/2024. Those are 2 separate people that were pointed with a firearm by the same guy. He was arrested with a weapon on him. The policewoman that took the case, lost both dockets at the court. Okay? That was in June. In December, we went to the police station. Brigadier Maluleka gave them an instruction to reconstruct those dockets because he wasn't laughing with them. They reconstructed the docket, right? And till today, we have got no response from anybody. So I'm saying, this is what's happening, and it is not Maluleka that is doing it. I am not anti-Maluleka. Brigadier Maluleka is going nowhere. He's going to stay here. We're working here. We're going to work together to fix Eldos, but we're not going to blame one person for the wrongdoings in Eldorado Park. What did Maluleka do to you that you can tell me Maluleka shot my child? Then I will stand against him. But he's never shot or taken out anything, any of his frustrations on us, the community. I mean, we've been here. We've been fighting the struggle. And nobody's been here fighting our backs. Today, the last time our MEC was here, MEC of housing, whatever she is, health, whatever, she walked out of here without even giving us a bit of respect. Right? Secondly, we've got councillors. We've got both our councillors are not here. Where's our councillors? We've got 2 councillors in this ward. Where are they? We've got the deputy and his crew. They're coming to make promises, guys. False promises. We've got Margaret Arnolds. She lives in Eldorado Park. She came dressed like Vladimir Putin. But let's leave it at that. Right? But what does she do for us? What does she do for us? Why are they here? What do they do for us? What did the mayor ever do for us?
Half a minute left.
Here because the deputy minister's here.
Half a minute left.
Tell us, leave us alone then.
Half a minute left.
On our own.
Thank you. Before whoever has been on the podium, there is a table, a desk, where you are able to write down your complaints and bring it up. Thank you. Next one. 2 minutes. The queue is longer than 15. 2 minutes.
Good morning, all officials, all protocols observed. My name is Priscilla Ferris, an activist within the community. We've heard opening speeches that were very beautiful from our reactive government, right? Eldorado Park has been suffering with quite a few issues, and so as every colored community and every community across Gauteng and South Africa in terms of crime. My question is, why are we so reactive and acting surprised? Like, this has been everywhere. Colored communities are under attack. Why are we still standing here saying we deserve a better city? Ntate Dada, we've been here. We have never changed. This has been Eldos. Why are we hearing about drug master plans and the speeding up of it at this point? We've never been engaged on these things. We've never heard about it up until you brought it up now. Why are we being reactive? Do we not matter as a community? Now that the deputy minister is here, we are all ululating and singing a song like this just happened yesterday. It didn't just happen yesterday. We've been fighting this battle on the ground. We've been losing lives last night, picking up bodies. What is it that today is different? What is it that today? We blame SAPS. The majority of Eldorado Park blames SAPS. But does SAPS have the resources? Have you seen the sectors, how big they are? For 4, 5, 10 vehicles, 1 police station. Freedom Park's got a own mountain.
A minute.
But we are meant to assist those people. But when Eldorado Park is standing here burning a whole infrastructure, national key point, burning, nobody's on the ground. Nobody's defending, protecting, and working with SAPS to do their job. Tool of trade. They haven't had landlines for over 10 years. Eldorado Park Police Station doesn't have landlines. Are we aware of that? Do we know that? No. We don't. So how do we get a hold of our SAPS? How are we as officials then saying we are supporting SEPs to do their work, then keep them accountable? I cannot keep somebody accountable that doesn't have the tools of trade. Ntate Morero, where have you
Can we have the next person, please, Ms. Farris? Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Vina, and I deal strictly with
Can you speak closer to the mic, ma'am?
I deal strictly with priority crimes and gangsterism. Firstly, I would like to say thank you to SEPs. There is no one in this room who can tell me anything about the anti-gang unit, TRT, and our crime prevention unit, because we're pushing from Extension 1 right through Old Eldorado. I live in the head of Criminal State Extension 4. The only people, there aren't even leaders who can stand up to Extension 4. It's only SEPs. So at the end, Deputy Minister, we need more staff. And I'm not talking about 30, 40 members. You need to send them out in hundreds, and you need to have them trained strictly under Brigadier Maluleke when they come in after training. Their mentorship should be under Brigadier Maluleke and under Brigadier Mapoto. Because those two men, they stand for this community, and then people still have the guts to say, oh, these people are corrupt. We want them when both gangs, Varados and fast guns, are being arrested. We want them. When it's suspect raiding, we are with them. When it's crime scenes, every single crime scene, since June 2022, we've been attending with SEPs. They've been getting witnesses. They've been showing these gangs what South African Police Force is and what South African Police Services.
25 seconds.
So, yeah, we need more staff. And please, not 30, 40, 50 members. You need to come here with about 100 to 200 members so that we can finish these gangs. And Eldorado Park won't look like Westbury, Rivoli, never. We are here and we're supporting our SEPs. Thank you, Minister.
Thank you, ma'am. If you're done here, then you go to the table at the back to go and write down your complaint. Next person.
Hi, goeiemorgen allemaal, good morning. Eldorado Park. I wanted to ask that all people of Eldorado Park must stand so that we can see how many people are available of Eldorado Park here. Just look at this. This is Eldorado Park. But we complain time and again, and we don't do what we have to do. Good morning to the VIP people, and good morning to our community at large. You know, for the past 30 years, we've had one president visiting our area, the ex-president Zuma. He came, he's gone. Things were said, but never happened. We've had ministers, MECs, MMCs coming here to brief us about their way of seeing how we live. But nothing is happening. Today we have a prominent visitor again. What has been said from here, is it going to happen? Will it happen? It's not going to happen because they don't care about us. We as the people of this community need to stand up for our rights. We need to fight for our rights. It is our freedom to stand for our rights. Now, I am tired. When I came in here, I saw all the resources that's here because, no disrespect to you, sir, because of the prominent visitor that we have. But when you go to the station here and complain, there is no resources. So why can they make resources available for one person? Why can't they make resources available for us?
15 seconds left.
You know, it's a pity they don't give us time to talk. Why? Why must we be limited with time? We are sitting on a time bomb. These people don't care about us. The people at the police station disrespect us.
Thank you.
I've got a case that has happened 2 weeks ago 3 weeks ago. It took them about 2 weeks to come out and take fingerprints. People, we are being disrespected as Eldorado Park. I have so much things to say. It is disgraceful that the service we get from this government of us.
Mr. Vincent, you can go and write down if you have other issues. Go and write it down at the desk. He's Vincent, your surname, Mr. Vincent? Mr. Naidu, Vincent Naidu.
Good morning, everyone. Standing here in front of you, it's a community of a Freedom Park also. Also a Freedom Park is being served under Eldorado Park. We mustn't forget that one. That one, it seems like good morning, Minister.
Can we go back? Can you just repeat your name, please, sir?
This is also Kulumayo. It's Eric Mzizi from Freedom Park. It's also being served at Eldorado Park Police Station. Deputy Minister, also I'm here standing as a concerned community of a Freedom Park. I cannot mention, if Freedom Park also is being served under Eldorado Park as with one van, Minister. I cannot repeat my past speakers because they have also mounted what I also wanted to say. Within this community, it's a large community, Minister. On my plea, Minister, there was a promise of a Freedom Park police. Mina, can I stand here, Minister, in front of when? Can you make a feedback again? Can I have a feedback? Because that police station, can I stand for that police station to be in hardly need a police station? I cannot mention what is chousing around. It has been being insured out abantu, Minister. Ngicela ukukhuluma ngesam.
Kuluma baba kuluma.
Ngicela ungaziqaphi. Uminister uFaith Mazibuko alethi. Uminister wethu Morelo alethi. I-Freedom Park, it's on its own, it's a large community. It does deserve, even Minister, we are saying that there is useless places angasebenzi lapha where you can be able ukuthi ube ne site elizokhona ukuthi libe ne visibility yamaphoyisa afama ise Eldorado Park extension 5 to Eldos esaza server from FSCI Freedom Park where there kuzobe kune emergency. Minister, imagine ama resource bayasho I police station mina I'm up and down every day with police station. Kune say seti kune short of our resources. How dare a big country of South Africa even a short of our resource?
Thank you. Minister, it's a fact that the Freedom Park has asked for a mobile. Next speaker.
Good morning. I'm Amanda Lodewyk. Fighting serious crimes, anti-gang and trio unit.
Speak into the mic, please, ma'am.
And trio unit. My first question goes to the mayor. I want to know the Ward Council of Ward 18 has a standing case with her that is being investigated. Why was she not suspended? Okay. And then to the Deputy Minister, I want to know about IPAT. When we contact IPAT for corrupt police, they ask you, who are you and what do you want from them? They don't take your complaint. How will we win with corrupt police? I checked Corruption Watch last night and they said 33% of SEPs is corrupted. And most of them are the detectives and the investigators, officers. Okay? And then to the community, why can't we stand up against these criminals as SEPs cannot do it alone? We are just a handful of activists who will go to face these gangsters, hijackers and robbers. We were caught up in a crossfire how many times trying to stop these gangsters? Because sometimes there's only one van available to assist us. So as we are about 50 leaders on my group. We go into the crossfire and we stop these guys from shooting each other. The other day, someone was shooting at the fast guns, was shooting at Varados, then extension 4. Everybody fled into their houses. I was the only one that went out, stop these guys, and tell them, stop this.
Seconds, ma'am.
Okay. When it comes to the gangsters, you know, it becomes a problem because revenge has become the order of the day. Because witnesses are killed. Witnesses relocate. So at the end of the day, we need to address that issue. Most of the gang-related cases are because of revenge. If you work closely to this family,
3 seconds,
you will learn to understand their hurt and their pain. They are also human. Unfortunately, they are part of this community. We as a community must come together and deal with them. The Uber robbers, we must deal with them. 13-year-olds rob one Uber driver. The parents are looking on, claiming they are unemployed. You see them every day, how they buy cases of beers for their parents with this Uber robbery money. Where is the social development, the education department to help these people? It's a serious matter. I'm not attacking any community, I'm not attacking any steps, but we cannot do it alone. In Sector 2, me and my family is alone. At every crime scene, we are alone. We need help. If you want to help us, come and we will teach you how to do it.
Thank you, ma'am. You can go to the desk and go and write whatever other issues there are. The officers will guide you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Alona Abdullah. I'm a community member.
Alona, can you just repeat your surname?
Abdullah.
Abdullah.
My point is not as vigorous, but I feel it is just as important. You guys are all sitting here in this hall. This is a white elephant. And the reason why I'm here to question this is that Jock is keeping us behind. I would like the entities to all come together because at the end of the day, we need a support structure. We need facilities which will enable us as a community to come together. I'm not just saying about this civic center. I'm speaking about our sports fields as well. And this may not be the forum, but I feel that at least this can go back and somebody can hear. We need our stadium fixed in Extension 9. We need a wall to be put around our facility where if you come on a Saturday morning, you will see thousands of children, but there is no safety. The wardens do come out and do patrol there, but it is not enough. We definitely need a wall. And unfortunately, the IDP, is it IDIP?
IDP.
Yes,
IDP.
IDP, with our RD that only comes out when there's famous people here in Eldorado Park. He doesn't come when we tell him that we need his assistance with the projects and stuff that's happening in Eldorado Park, and that is being taken over by mafias, by people that do not have the facility or the know-how how to run projects in Eldorado Park. He doesn't come. So I would like to take it back to you that Mr. Padiachi needs to have his finger pulled out of you know where and come back and work with the communities. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Go to the desk and go and write down if you have any other issues.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Selvan van der Merwe. I'd like to know the police.
Can you just hold on, sir? Can we please allow those on the podium to be able to speak, that we don't make a noise, please? And can you repeat your name, sir?
My name is Selvan van der Merwe. I greet you all in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. The police is given a certain amount of people they have to catch over the weekend. So when they don't get criminals that amount, why do they catch innocent people? And why do our policemen take bribes and sit with the drug lords? Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. There's a desk if you have anything else.
Are you keeping it? Good morning, people. My name is Ann Adams, activist in Eldorado Park. And I've just got one question. They never ever recognize the ward committees. They never ever recognize us, but may as it be. I just got one question. We had this big funeral of the lady that passed on. Everybody passed the jungle to the graveyard. I mean, our mayor Swashe. The graveyard, passing there's a jungle. Nobody cares. And that's a crime hotspot. On Sunday night, we pick up a body there that was decomposed. That's my first question. My second thing is, I hear about the rights. It's my right to do this. It's my right to do that. What about our responsibility? And secondly, when Eldorado Park is going back to basics, let us start where we left. We did sleep here at this police station. And we didn't done a fabulous job, but we done it for the community. Let us stop pointing fingers. Our fathers, I want to tell our fathers today, at every meeting you see mothers.
15 seconds.
What happened to the fathers? That's why our youngsters look at an Uber driver, at an Uber hijacker as a father, as a drug dealer as a father. I thank you.
You can go to the desk if you have any additional. Can we please come out when we come to the podium? Give us your name, because all the members are noting so that when they answer onto your name. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Lucky Campbell. I'm a ward committee member. I'm also a pastor. And the other thing here that I need to address is, and I'm sorry to say to the heads here this morning, we are sick and tired of a dress rehearsal. What I mean by that is, Minister, we've had so many people coming out every time in regarding the same matter. There's meetings upon meetings upon meetings, but we've never seen anything happen in Eldorado Park. I'm asking again this afternoon, is just there's going to be another text box exercise where everybody comes out, because in your addressing what you need to do is, because as ministers you have to go to areas and do certain things. I hope this is not a dress rehearsal. I'm asking the minister, I'm asking the mayor, please, can Eldorado Park, not just Eldorado Park alone, but all the neighboring areas taken care of what's happening in our communities. Every weekend there's still shootings. And I'm asking, I know there's no resources. Minister, the budget was released now. Can there be money made available for the resources for our police? And lastly, can the commissioner please investigate all the corrupt police? Because it's them that's also allowing drugs to flow in our communities. They are part and parcels. I've sometimes even seen it myself, where police vans in certain areas in Eldorado Park go pick up their chocho. And if you address it here by the police station, nothing gets done.
10 seconds, sir.
That is what I'm asking. Can you all really take interest in what we're saying here this morning? God bless.
Thank you. You can proceed to the desk if you have any other issues.
Greetings to everybody in the community of Eldorado Park, and to our leaders just right behind me. Greetings. My name is Mthombeni. I'm not here to complain. I'm just here to let you guys know that I'm running a tutoring service for your kids from grade 8 to grade 12. But the problem is not all of them can attend because of the violence and the gangsterism, you know. So I want to do something good for the community. I mean, the branch is just right here at Domain Secondary School. It's Ecolabs Learning, but the students are afraid to come because they say, hey, there's vagados there's gangsterism, you know, and that's a problem for me because it's starting at a very young age, and we just want to educate your kids as much as possible. We brought the best tutors, everybody, but now the problem is just this violence that and I can't tell a child, just come, you know, I can't do that. I have to, their safety is our concern. Once they're in my hands, I need to make sure that they are safe, even when they go back home. So I'm really urging the community of Eldorado Park to please come together, guys. Please come together. May in the next year or two or week, may we have a different story. May we have a different story to tell. Not going to take any more of your time, but this is just me pleading, as Tando, as Tandel Media, as the Council Studios, and as Ecolabs Learning. Please, can we come together for the sake of your youth and your children? Let them come and learn at Ecolabs Learning, because this will help them with their futures. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Next speaker.
Good morning, community of Eldorado Park. I just need to address something to the minister. Minister, I am Chevron Bennett. I'm a grandmother and a mother. I just want to bring something to your attention, that I also lost a grandson
Can you speak up, ma'am?
Due to gang violence, I also lost a grandchild. And I'm not prepared to lose a son through the hands of SEPS here in Extension 5. I have like 3 points that I want to bring to you people. I have a son, and one of the cops, I'm not going to mention his name, approached me and my son and told my son that he's going to make a bomb case against my son. Me as a mother, I went to the policeman and I asked him, are you above the law? And which he turned around and he told me, maybe you're not going to understand our language, but today our cops are swearing us in our own language. He turned around and he told me to my face, Mama, go and go wash your stink puss. That is what the cop told me.
Strong language.
And I just want to bring another thing to your attention. On the 22nd of February, of December, the same son of mine went to go buy water for me at ShopRite. And nearly by a per minute, if it wasn't for witnesses, the same cop would have shot my son. So my son is not going to be the next Julius, Nathaniel Julius, nor the lady that they shot dead in Eldorado Park. Another thing is this, they don't have respect for us. If we want to open a case, we must go out of Eldorado Park to open a case against that certain cop. Another thing, when they address you, their noses are forever white. So the only thing that I would like you to do is to have all of Eldorado Park's cops to be taken for a drug test.
Next speaker.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Portia Paulus. I'm from Ward 18 in Eldorado Park. Minister, and to all the people, I just want to bring one thing to you.
Portia, can you just repeat the name and surname?
Portia Paulus.
Portia Paulus.
Yebo. I just want to bring one thing, attention to the minister and to all the communities and mothers and fathers that are sitting here. First, sweep in front of your doors. Don't blame ministers and the police and Maduleka and all that.
Colleagues.
I just want to bring our community. I want to bring one thing to everybody's attention here. We as parents, you know your child has got a gun. You know your child is selling drugs. And then when the police gets there, you tell the police where's a warrant of arrest. So and there's another thing that the minister they didn't mention here.
Community, the panel in the front cannot hear.
We as parents hide our children. We make as if we don't know these things. And when something happens to your child, you want to blame SEPS. Another thing that I want to mention, I've got 3 issues. There's a new thing, Minister, that's been sold here in our community. It's called lean. The other day, as I was sweeping outside my yard, I found about 10 bottles of stove paint in the water because there's a dip there. So I asked this other lady, wie se kind so sien wat so baie stowpyn drink? And then I heard it's stowpyn, it's cough mixtures and some tablet, I don't know what is the tablet's name. They sell it apparently for 70 rand. You parents give your children that 70 rand for spending and it goes to that lean. So it's about
8 seconds left, ma'am.
It's about time we wake up. And another issue I want to also bring up, Minister, where I live, there's an old man that sells dacha. In the mornings when the children, especially the children from Lansavale, when they go to school, they stop by that old man to go and buy taga. Stand there in the back. Some kids have stopped them. I even threatened to take them pictures and send it to the school because I know a teacher over there. So please do something about all those things. Thank you. Amanda.
Thank you, Ms. Posha. If you have anything else, you can write it at the desk.
Good morning, Deputy Minister.
Can you speak into the mic, please, ma'am?
Good morning, Deputy Minister. Good morning, ministers. Good morning, MMCs. All protocol observed. Good morning, all communities that are present currently. I just have a concern with regards to the structural relationship between SAPS.
Ma'am, can you repeat your name and surname?
Oh, my name is Berlin Mbege. I'm an activist.
And your surname?
Mbege.
Berlin Mbege.
Yes. I just want to and for the community as well to understand the relationship between SAPS, our community forums, and the patrollers on the ground. There is no interlink. I also represent our patrollers in our area, Extension 8. And we've been trying and combating and fighting the crime in our area, but it can't be done alone. We cannot only have our patrollers who risks their life, and I'm talking about our ground patrollers, the people that does not get paid, the people that has to, that us as the community have to ensure that we give them something so that they are able to take our mothers to work in the morning because they get robbed. The children check the schools. So there is a gap, and I ask, please, Deputy Minister, that we look at this structure, the community policing structure. Please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I don't know if I must give my name, but my name is Faisal Jaffer, and I've been a councillor in this ward, in Ward 18. And today I want to say, Deputy Minister, my name is Faisal Jaffer. Mr. Deputy Minister, I just want to say that this is not your first time in Eldorado Park. You have been here, so I think it's your second time now. So you are not a hero today. You are not a messiah. You are not a savior to this community. The last time you were here with Mr. Becky, Shadrack, both of you made numerous promises to this community. And I want to say, sir, because of your failures as deputy ministers and as ministers, you make ward councillors look like failures in their communities. So I think the only person that I have great respect for is MEC Mama Bola that is sitting here. Because the time when I was a ward councillor, I had a very, very great working relationship with Mr. Mama Bola, and thank you for that, sir, and I hope we can carry on with that good working relationship. I'm actually glad, Deputy Minister, and I'm saying it with the greatest of respect. I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm glad that you actually took the feather out of that head, because you don't deserve a feather in that head. But the actual question, MMC, is that I have a case number. One of our community members earlier this year was shot and killed on the way home. And that case number is 225-01-2025. I would really like the Deputy Minister to put a real feather in their cap and show us that he can resolve this issue. And when we followed up this thing with the investigating officers at the police station, they told us that it's at ballistics. So I don't understand how an Uber driver can shoot and kill an innocent woman that was walking on her way home. And it is sitting at ballistics, and we are waiting now 6 months later. So please, Deputy Minister, let's get the ballistics in order. And I hope that next time when you come, you can at least have a feather in that cap. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lanice Ishmael. I am the lady that fought JMPD because they didn't want to take us permanent due to us being colored. So first, I don't see Mr. Morero, however. I wanted to see him personally because he once made a statement in one of his speeches where he said he thinks that JMPD should employ foreign people, foreign nationals. So now what happens to us in our country? And then, okay, later he apologized, but I don't think he really meant it. The only reason why he apologized is because people started to put pressure. However, Mr. Jaka, me and you had a very nice relationship with me being at JMPD. But today I need to ask you, us, the group of the 74 EPWP traffic wardens, have been at home for 1 year and 4 months, still with no feedback from JMPD. We did open up a case with Internal Affairs. Nobody is doing a follow-up. There's no communication. We keep hearing that we must wait for budgets. I don't know how many budgets has passed, but as colored people, we are now demanding that JMPD hires us. And also, one question for Mr. Jaka. When last did JMPD have an intake? And also, what happened to Mrs. Angie Mukasi? She was not suspended, and I know that everyone heard that voice note went viral when she said, if you look at JMPD from top to bottom, there are no colored people employed. Which is true. You can count on your hand. You can literally count on your hand how many colored people is employed at JMPD. So if colored people cannot get jobs in South Africa, where must we go for jobs? Mr. Jaka, we will be awaiting feedback from you. And right now, we are very, very furious as a group because 1 year and 4 months, that's bad.
Thank you, ma'am. If there's anything else, you can go to the desk.
Okay. Igama lami nguMaria Khumalo. Ngibuya eFreedom Park. Ngiyaxolisa kakhulu angifuni ukukhuluma isilungu ngoba akusilimi lami. eFreedom Park sinesikhalo kakhulu. Isikhalo Maria Khumalo. Isikhalo esinaso labantwana abasebenza kaBhanyaza nabo sebefunde ukuthatha ibribe. Ngikhuluma ngento yayizolo phambi kwayizolo la ngase Shoprite kune queue esifolelayo eyesinkwa basibekele imorality ye police station lapho bebethe sizoyenza isatisfied kuyo ivaliwe but bona bayeza ba patrol lapha mabafika lapha bangene kunama ama China laba abathengisayo abomama abaqhashisile la ezindlini amashop abo lamancane bayangena lapha bafune ipermit mabangayitholi bathole ibribe bathu babanikeze imali so shuthi bafunda lonto leyo abasasizi thina umntanami ushaye intombozana ngathatha ngaya ku ntombozana esebenza khona nabo engibaziwa angithi amakhalati abantu abamnyama for sure abantu abamnyama abayi2 abasebenza kuBhanyaza ngaya kulabo engibaziyo banginikeza iphone number bathi bayenze iroad block kuphi ngabatshela ngathi ngicela ningisize ithe mangiyakha ntombozana ngathi asihambe sepolice station sovula icase ngoba icrime iqala ebantwaneni bethu fanele silungise abantwana bethu umntanami bengifuna abe nediscipline naye never mind usesikolweni but ifanele ahloniphe umuzi umunye umuntu umama wathi no mama resingambophisi ngoba usesemncane usesesikolweni ngihamba nabo laba beBhanyaza laba bayithiwa amantombazana laba since bathe bayeza manje ngizibuza ukuthi ngoba mina anginayo imali yokuba bribe ukuthi bangisize that's why bangezanga kwami ukuthi bazongisiza ngale case
9 seconds
ngoba angeke ngithi amaphoyisa analo usizo ngoba kuyengize epolice station ngabe bangisizile ngoba nathi bazali yithi esenza icrime ukuthi ibe yiningi eFreedom Park siya reporta kumaphoyisa ukuthi la kutshontshwe imoto angithi bisinawo ama patrol ipatrola enye iya reporta yathi la kutshontshwe imoto yazwisisa beza bababamba bajike futhi le ntombazana kumanje uyipatrola yethu yase Freedom Park uthukile ufunwa amaphoyisa ufuna ile igebengu ezinye singazange ziboshwe
5 seconds man
Ngiyabonga kakhulu ngicela ukuthi nisize kakhulu kulo case Freedom Park asinawo ama patrol amaningi kusho ukuthi amakhalati sebenza namakhalati ngiyabonga.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. Igama lami mina nguAphiwe. I'm a coach from Freedom Park.
Aphiwe, your surname?
Oh, Aphiwe Nyangiwe. Yes, I'm a coach from Freedom Park, Region G. Oh, in things I have an incident, an uprising issue at Freedom Park concerning the early childhood growing up. Amantwana laba bakhulayo ngibacoacha vele. Like ngathi gangsterism iningi. And which is amaphoyisa ngengicamba manga ngifuna ukukhuluma mango like mhlambe ngathi ngizopointa amafinger kubani amaphoyisa they just strolling around the Cassel. There are no arrests that are being made. Ngikhuluma iqiniso like nami like ngishawe ngephanga ile gangsterism. I was coaching abantwana Freedom Park primary. I went there at Eldorado Park new open case. They azange ba entertain case yami. They just told me ukuthi mina ngihambe ngiyozinvestigatela lo muntu ongishayile. Like imagine. So like into engizengayo like bengicela like bangenelela amaphoyisa la ekhona and ekhona. There's children like bahlele emakhoneni le ntwana lezi eziphatha amagoni ziyakwazana like angeke sikhulise. There's no future there. So like if maybe there can be recreation centers there in Freedom Park naye Eldos like ihlanganeni like to do something like for these kids, because at the end of the day without these kids there's no future. So mina into engizama ukuyisho ngiyacela you leaderships hey, can you please get in there ngicela ningenini like make something like for these kids. Aish kubi there's blood each and every day. And anything before ngikhohlwa, there's a high school there, Freedom Park Secondary. Kunama incident matters where children they do things. I can say teachers they tend to sleep with children, and the Lauma matters they are not raised. Athulile ayafihlwa. So angazi ukuthi afihlelwani. Mina ke ngizoma la ngoba ngisabi ke. Uyangithola. If umuntu ufuna ukungenza something uzongithola kithi ngihlala eFreedom Park, but angeke ngingakhuluma iqiniso. This must stop. Uyangithola. Ngiyabonga.
Siyabonga baba.
Good morning. My name is Pastor Gainalina Matera. Now, I would like to thank the Minister for coming, the Honorable Panel, all protocol observed. Now, a few months ago, last year, the devil declared war on Extension 4. The bullets were flying, and we as women and children ran for our lives. But I would like to thank God for Brigadier Maluleke and his men who were day and night on the ground. The community would say, come, they're firing shots, Uber. He would send out young officers. They sped over the field with a little resources. God used him. We would have lost our lives. I want to thank God this morning for the brigadier and his men who did their best to save our lives. I would also like to thank the wardens for standing at the schools, me as a community leader on the ground, asking them don't leave. In dangerous situations with bullets, they protected the school children. God must remember them. Now, Honorable the Minister, before they cut me short, let me bring something to your attention. The colored people has been under-marginalized. As a sister of Dr. Don Matera, who fought for the rights of the people, my people are being put down. Your social problem, sir, is famine, unemployment, and poverty. Now I want to bring to your attention, Councillor, can you rise, Musa? Jakes, can you rise? I went into Lenasia to Don Matera's guys. The people on the ground told me, young men, we are going to bed hungry. Then you want to lock us up, Pastor. I went to these guys. They fed 900 people on the ground, including 500 youth. And that put the stats down. I want to thank you this morning. Viva El Jama. God bless you. Minister, give the man resources in the station. He needs your help. Thanks for coming. God
Thank
bless.
you, Ma'am Matera.
Kaites. Kaites. I'm greeting you in my indigenous language. Amase. Deputy Minister, welcome to Eldorado Park. MEC Jacob Mamabola and all the dignitaries,
Keith,
welcome to Eldorado Park.
Keith, can you just repeat your name and surname for
My
the
name?
court here?
Thank you, MMC. My name is Chief Kam Keith Duarte.
Keith Duarte.
Amase. So the reason why I am here today, it is to make the Deputy Minister aware, because I am speaking on behalf of the homeless and the backyard dwellers. So what is happening, Deputy Minister? Our people are being evicted without a relevant court order. You get people, owners of that place, and they evict our people, and when our people go to the police station for protection, the police officers are saying it is out of their hands. So now we are coming here and we want to make it official. You cannot be evicted out of your place without a court order. So when our people come to the police station next time, please, police officers, follow the protocol. I mean, this is protocol and procedure. Follow the protocol and procedure and inquire, is there a court order? Without a court order, our people cannot be evicted. Kaikangans, Amase.
Thank you.
Sanbonani, Mthombeni, ngibonga kini ama-officials.
Can you repeat the name again?
Igama
I
lami-
didn't get it.
Igama lami nguPhesi Luvuno.
Thank you, Percy.
Ya ngibuya eFreedom Park, Golden Triangle. Freedom Park inamawadi ayi-2, 24 and 119. Bathi indoda ayikwazwa ngomkhonto oyi-1. Sikhona ispeaker esikhulumile lana regarding i-police station yase-Freedom Park. I-police station sayithenjiswa kusasemnumzane uBheki uCele. Bathi iku-national. So bathi i-police station iyeza until today. Sine-challenge kakhulu, esispeaker sishilo ukuthi i-Freedom Park sekuyilokishi elikhulu. Ukusuka ubanjwa inkunzi e-Freedom Park. Mawa uwalka uze eLozi uzoreport. Ubanjwa again endleleni inkunzi. Kusho ukuthi ubanjwa inkunzi kayi-2 before uzoreport. So sine-challenge kakhulu bawu minister nge-police station besicela. And enye into ufike e-Eldorado Park bakutshela ukuthi i-van ayikho. So besicela zilida ukuthi nifakeni ama-van e-Eldorado Park. Meantime ningeka senzeli i-police station ekuyithu. Besicela kakhulu asibonge dika abanye isikhathi.
Siyabonga baba. Next speaker.
Good morning. My name is Yvonne Johnson. I've got a problem with the detective that's handling my grandson's case. He was stabbed with a sharp object on Sibiya else. On the 6th of October 2024, I've had numerous conversations with him on WhatsApp, and at the end of the day, about 3 weeks ago, he told me that he's gonna block me, and all I said to him is thanks, because I used to give him information, because we've got an informant that gave us information about this boy that stabbed my grandchild. Nothing has been done so far. I'd like to know, why are they there? And he hasn't come forward to give us. The witness to this case was buried 2 weeks ago. So that witness was not confronted, or nothing was asked to him about the case, because he was an eyewitness to this case. Besides the other people that were standing around. It was on a Sunday evening, just after 6. Please, I need your help with this case of my grandchild. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ja, ek wil beklei, maar gaan nie beklei nie. I'm just surprised and I would love to understand protocol. I think I would have loved our councils to be here to speak to our people. It's their place to sit there with you and to address our people. It's not maybe that they don't want to be here.
Sir, can you just
My
repeat
name
the
is
name
Pastor
again?
Errol Jacobs.
Pastor Errol Jacobs.
Yeah, and I
Thank you,
think
sir.
protocols should be followed. It should be followed. And when I see Mr. Mama Bola MEC, dan raak ek bly, because things happened with him around. And when I see, and maybe ons gaan verskil met mekaar, miskien ons op different islande. When I see RD, I see something happening in Eldorado Park. So I take my hat off for you. But I'm here with a real issue, right? I would like to forge a collaboration with the mayor on the cleaning of Eldorado Park and of Joburg. We are an organization called Invincibles. We're already ready to put the boots on and the hands getting dirty. But we need your assistance. In fact, before you go, I would like to speak with you. Our group is here. Then, in Extension 6, our youth, our school-going children is being arrested. And they have been, the cases have been taken from them. They have been robbed, Mr. Mama Bola, because the trees, the grasses are growing so long there. And all that they are asking, come cut the grass for us. Come cut the bushes where the criminals sit and wait for this young children. They are playing with the girls. They are sitting in the bushes until something happens. Then we want to wake up. My call is then, please, MEC, do something to the situation of Extension 6 now. I am happy that our councillors are doing something. I saw them. They are having their own oversight, and I'm happy for that. And we will be working with them together. But I'm saying this issue is urgent for our youngsters going to school. Amase.
Thank you, sir. Next speaker.
My name is George Wayne Wilson. Nou, ek is baie boos, regtig waar. Ek is moeg. One case is that, apologies for my speech.
George
Wilson. And that, is there a provision provided for the physically handicapped people to be here today? I received a pamphlet. We've got buses picking up the whole of Eldos, but there's no services provided for that lady that sits in the wheelchair that wants to be here. There's no provision made in your pamphlet to say we will pick up physically disabled people to be here, because their voice wants to be here, but they're not here. They're silent. They are kept quiet in their room there, being not able to come here because the government didn't provide services to pick them up. Even if it's one gogo in that room, even if it's a young man that got hurt by a gunshot that wants to be here, they can't be here because no one here. There's only one lady there with a wheelchair that wants to be here. Maybe a few. Please, government, look into that a disabled person must be here, whether it's deaf or whether that person is blind. We need to hear that person's voice. And another thing is this, did you ever come
9
across...
seconds, Mr. Wilson.
My rehab on my speech,
It's okay. It's okay.
it's retracting.
It's okay. It's okay.
An artist was invited to Chesney's court case. He couldn't paint Chesney. I said, Wayland, why can't you paint Chesney? He said, George, I'm a father too. Now, what agony is her father going through? And all those fathers, the kids that were shot. I'm not talking about SEPs that were shot. Their fathers could not apprehend all those kids that were killed in our streets. As a mother, as a father, all of you sitting here, try to paint a picture of your family member that passed away. I'm sure if you don't drown in your tears, that you know you're not a human. Because that painter has got children, and he couldn't paint it finish because the agony that went through that painter.
3 seconds, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you very much for your time, Minister, of availing your time. But please look into the physically and handicapped people to be in the next public meeting, and they must provide, the government must provide transport for them. Even if it's a gogo, even if it's a scholar, to be here so that they can also voice their concerns. I thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. Next speaker.
Sanbonani Dumela. Lebitso la ka ke ten Moagamoalahi. Ke dula ka informal settlement ya Slovo Park. That informal settlement in a population ya about 22.404. Ya batho ba phela mo. I welcome all the honorables that are here today. And the welcome note that was done by the mayor when he was actually talking about crime in the uniformity and the participation of this community. It is very important for our honorables to take note that if Slovo Park alone has 22,000 people living there, and we are only served by one police station, which is here in Eldorado Park, serving also as far as your Freedom Park and part of you can name it, it's Naturena. Now, the concern here is our government have structured this force very well, whereby we've got all the police services, where we see this visibility all the time. But visibility alone is not enough. We need resources that will make sure that people doesn't get crime every day. I cannot hide in a shack. I cannot hide. And it's very important also to take note that people that are residing in the informal settlement, they need jobs. We must also consider that they also need services. The grasses around needs to be cut. These are some of the things that are attracting crime. You might just think of that, but we can go beyond that.
10 seconds.
We've got young people that are sleeping under the bridges because of drugs. And our working relationship between the councillors, the SACP, the SAPS, and also the CPF needs to be adjusted as well. We must also take note that the police station for Freedom Park is needed. It's true. And you can also think of the adults or people that are old enough that doesn't have a car to come to this police station. We need a satellite police station in Slovo Park so that we can cater people
in a proper manner, in a short space of time. It's just a pity that I've been pushed by time, but it's important that the working relationship can be considered. And mobilization of public meetings to teach our people about crime. If we can do that, teaching one another, then it will be as easy as ABC. I thank you.
Thank you, sir. If you have anything else, you can go to the desk and submit to them. Next speaker.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Chanel George. I'm a resident and an activist in Eldorado Park. I want to start by repeating something that some of the other speakers have mentioned. This is not the first engagement that we are having with the hierarchy of SAPS. It's not the first in BIZO, it's not the first engagement. In fact, in previous engagements with Premier Lesufi, we were promised drones and CCTV cameras and all of these things. So it is and I think the numbers that you see in the hall today is indicative of what the community is feeling. Mense is moeg. Hulle is moeg om meetings toe te kom, and there's no results. So I hope that today's engagement leaves us all with some tangible results. So in the previous engagements, we have actually offered some proposed solutions. So remember, this is our community. We live here. We live it every day. Every single day we live it. The gunshots, the violence, we live it. So we have possible solutions, and we've given this to the leadership before. I'm happy that Mayor Morero mentioned coordinated efforts. And this is one of the things that we've proposed before. We said, you guys need to have intelligence-driven operations. Don't come in like a tsunami and raid and a day later it's business as usual. Get the relevant information from the people that know, because there are people that know. But the people that know will only talk if they are guaranteed protection. My brother was shot on the 24th of July last year. There were 3 that were shot, 2 died and 1 survived. The surviving witness went into witness protection.
15 seconds.
He has now left witness protection. He's underground because he's afraid for his life. I want to mention, we often get the comms from SAPS. Suspects, 3 suspects, 4 suspects, 1 suspect arrested with illegal firearms and ammunition. And lo and behold, a few days later, the suspect is out. So we need explanations, because either there's a fundamental lack of substance in the dockets being presented to the court, or there's a more sinister something at play at the courts. Because how can these people, they are known, they have known affiliations to gangs. How can they be out on the street within a week? It is not possible. We also need DSD, NPA, and SAPS to all work together. We need DSD to work with SAPS and with Department of Education to go around, and we have so many school dropouts, and these are the boys that rob the Ubers. I'm a first responder, so I'm on scene. I've been on scene many times with shootings. And the reason why we need first responders is because our ambulances request escort before they come into the community. So we need first responders on scene to stabilize the patient.
2 seconds, ma'am. If you have anything else, you can write it down. But 2 seconds.
Oh, lastly, I'd just like to mention, I'm not sure if you are aware, we currently have private security companies patrolling at our schools on a voluntary basis. We've been trying to engage the Department of Education to come up with a more sustainable option because it's voluntary. So it's not sustainable for them. So in the short term it works, but we need a more sustainable solution for that.
If you have anything else, ma'am, you can go to the table and write down all your other issues, ma'am. The next speaker, who's our honorable councillor of the ward. Welcome, Councillor Joera.
Honorable Deputy Minister, MECs, MMC, and your executive. I'm Councillor Caldine. I am the ward councillor in Eldorado Park, Ward 18. Just to respond, I have been standing here. Someone asked, where are the councillors? We have purposely been excluded from this process. We were not included in engagements. We were never asked to come and give input. Now, this is what happens when it comes to Eldorado Park SAPS. I'm not going to sit here and pussyfoot. We are not getting service delivery from Eldorado Park Police Station. We do not have a station commander that has an open door policy. We have a station commander who chases us out of his police station because the police station belongs to Brigadier Maluleka. It does not belong to this community. We have a police station where we are being bullied by the SAPS officials in this police station. We have a police station who refuses to work with stakeholders. We have a police station where community is too afraid to take out the drug lords because they will be bullied or they will be murdered in this community. We have a police station that doesn't work with the CPF in this community. So when people come here and say we're getting service delivery from Eldorado Park SAPS, it is a lie. It is a lie. We do not have colored people working in this police station because our children's CVs get thrown in the dustbin. Our children's CVs get thrown in the dustbin, Minister. And the lady who stood here and said there's a case against me, she needs to come and bring that case number. Because I am taking the Minister of Police to High Court for an unlawful arrest when Brigadier Maluleka walked around the police station arresting me for a housing issue. Walked around with my docket and interfered with a bail application. So when we talk about service delivery, we must talk about actually servicing the community because my office has to print affidavits for this police station. Because people get turned away because there's no copies or there's no ink. So when you come here to this community, do not exclude us as councillors, as we were democratically voted for by the community. And I like what the former councillor Faisal Jaffa said. You put us in bad books with this community. It seems as if we are not delivering services because national government fails to work with provincial government and local government. You are dividing our people. We do not want to be divided. We are South Africans and not colored and black. We want to be united. You as government are failing our people. You come here and you make promises after promises after promises, empty promises. We are tired of empty promises. We want you to deliver services. Eldorado Park is a mess. Brigadier Maluleka told the acting premier that there's no gangsterism in Eldorado Park. If there's no gangsterism, then you as SAPS are the criminals and the gangsters. I thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Okay, we've ended now. The community has voiced. Community. There was a queue, Mr. Budu, that we had everybody that queued up there and they were cut off. I have to take direction from the table. Okay, the Deputy Minister says we are done. They are now going to respond to all those questions. I'm taking from the colleagues. I have closed up. I have asked for 15 before. If I say no to Mr. Budu, I'm saying no to everybody. We had 27 people. We had 12 more than what we anticipated. The panel that's in the front is now going to respond to your questions. Everybody else that has a question or you want to say something, there's a desk where you can write down and it will be responded to. I think those in writing will definitely be responded to. So can we do that? All of us that is here, we are going to respond to you. Ma'am, I'm taking instructions from the table. I'm not doing my own thing. I get instructions from the table. So if we can go to the desk and write down what the issues that we have. I'm now going to call on the Provincial General Kekana, to come and respond to us. Okay.
Yeah, the CPF, the CPF.
Can I have the CPF? Can I have the person from the CPF to come and respond? The chairperson of the CPF, can you come out and respond? Thank you so much. We are going to listen to Sibiya now from the CPF to respond to the questions that was asked. Thank you.
Thank you, Program Director, and all protocol observed. I think community, we've listened to all the concerns, and the lady that was in front with the issues that were raised. I think just to sum it up, it's that what we need to do is that we need more people that can be part of the CPF. I heard the councillor speaking to say we need all forces to come together. But what we realized is that in our community, most people, they don't like to be in the CPF structure, one. Two, I must be here. All right, thank you. They don't like to be in the structure, but for us to hold police accountable, it needs us to be in a formidable structure, one. Two, and making sure that we don't have people working in silos, but everyone coming on board and making sure that we have a one formidable program. What's happening that side? So we have our office at the station. If there's anything that you need help on regarding the issues within the community, or you want to be part of the sectors, you can come to our office Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. We are there, and then you can come and speak to us. I think we responded based on that, and there's an issue that was raised. I think in Freedom Park, there was an issue of the kiosk that was helping the community to do the affidavits and all that. Those issues were brought up, and I think it's something on the SCCF we're sitting, and we're looking at how best can we do that. And to all the patrollers, you can't give up now. We can't give up now. We need you. You are very important, and we'll make sure that whatever that comes and whatever that the community needs, with the little resources we have, we can able to look at that and able to move. And I know that my mayor is here and the TM is here. I think on the briefing there's some things that were said, but moving forward, I think from the community we are appealing to you to say, come and be part of the CPF so that we can have our community safe. Thank you.
Thank you so much. From the CPF, we are now going to call on Major General Kekana to come and respond on behalf of SAPS.
All right, thanks very much, MMC. I spoke to, sorry, I requested you, you are not going to be given time to speak. There is tables there, you are requested to go and write there. If you want to stand, it's fine, you'll stand, but until we close, you are not going to be given any time. Please, respect this session. I spoke to you, respect this session, please. All right, thanks very much, Deputy Minister. We took note of the cases that need to be addressed. We will ensure that we come back to this community members. Some of them gave us case numbers. Some of them gave us case numbers. We took note of those case numbers. We are going to follow up on all these cases that have been reported to ensure that we give feedback before the end of Tuesday next week. All these cases, before the end of Tuesday next week, feedback will be provided. And we also appreciate the acknowledgement of the job done by Anti-Gang Unit, TRT, and VISPOL, and also the station commander and the Anti-Gang Unit member as reported. With the issue of the landlines are working at Eldorado Park. The landlines are working at Eldorado Park Police Station. And there's also additional numbers. There is station commanders' numbers, the VISPOL commanders' numbers on the notice board, and the 24-hour line for the relief commander, which will be provided. In case the landline is busy, you use that cell phone number, 082 number, it will be provided. It's available 24 hours. When it comes to corruption or other issues, amongst us here, we also have the provincial head for Directorate for Private DPCI, well known as the Hawks. Major General Kadwa is here, is part of us. He's going to take all those details of the people who wanted or who were raising issues of corruption. As he's here, he will get that, investigate, and feedback will be given to those people who raised those issues. Others can also go and meet him privately outside the meeting. General Kadwa, can you rise so that they see you? There is Major General Kadwa. He's in charge of the Hawks in Gauteng. Therefore, you can see him privately and share with him all the information with regard to corruption and members that are involved in corruption. We will deal with them. We also took note, and this, when I say corruption, it also includes those officers that deal with drug dealers or anything with regard to drug dealers within the community. When it comes to working relationship with other structures, not necessarily in Eldos alone, the whole province of Gauteng, we have an integrated approach when we deal with crime across the board, including additional other issues that are integrated amongst them. From now on, our operations when we go as collective, we don't only go there as subs, we have our own. The provincial head of Home Affairs, the Chief Director, Mamukubung Moroka is here amongst us. When we go for operations, you can stand up, ma'am, so that they see you. She's in charge of Home Affairs in Gauteng province. And we also have the Provincial Secretariat for Police, those who monitor our activities and services within the province. Sibanda, she's also here from the Department of Community Safety. Can you please rise? They are the ones that monitor our activities and services. If communities are not given proper service or are uncomfortable with the service which is given and they are not satisfied, they are the relevant people which you can also engage them to ensure that we address all those issues together. But through them, because they come from the Department of Community Safety, they are the ones who can also be your link with SAPs where you are not satisfied. We have structures. Every Tuesday, all government departments in Gauteng, law enforcement, from metros, from local traffic, from SAPs, from COCTA, Department of Health, Department of Community Safety, we sit together every Tuesday night in a meeting to account of all programs, including crime prevention activities, including addressing issues which the community raise. And in that meeting, the meeting of Tuesday is chaired by our MEC Mamabolo. He's the chairperson. The premier attend that meeting. Thank you. The premier attend, but the chairperson of that meeting is MEC Mamabolo. It's all departments, including all the MMCs for community safety of all the councils in Gauteng, including all the chiefs of various traffic departments, including provincial traffic. They are part and parcel. Therefore, we are working as a collective and collaborative way within the province. Therefore, the systems are in place. Of course, there might be weak points there, there might be weaknesses there. It's work in progress. Where you highlighted that maybe it's not working to the expected level, we'll go back and ensure we improve and rectify. When it comes to issues of resources, especially the vehicles at Eldorado Park, Eldorado Park Police Station has got 47 vehicles. Yes. And currently, as we speak today, it's only 5 vehicles that are booked in the police garage out of 47. They have 42 vehicles running as we speak. Yes. Therefore, there will not be any excuse of the community not being served. There can't be any excuse. Even reasons like where people will say there is no police vehicle, it will be a misinformation. If it's a police officer who tell you that, that police officer will be misleading you as we speak. And when it comes to the CCTV cameras and the drones, there is drones in Gauteng as a province. We have 18 drones as SAPs operated by qualified drone pilots. They were trained by even private companies, even Department of Community Safety assisted in ensuring that where those private companies couldn't reach out, they supplemented and set additional 6 other members. Initially it was 12 trained, 6 were then trained at a later stage. They are operating as per the crime pattern analysis and crime threat analysis, the hotspots to monitor. And as you might know, drones have got certain amount of hours, just like flies, to fly at a specific area when they operate. But they are available 24/7 within the province. And all identified hotspots in this province of Gauteng, there is CCTV cameras through Vumacam and others that have been installed in Gauteng. Even in Eldorado Park, there is those cameras, yes. There is those cameras have been installed. They are there, they are working, they are monitored by law enforcement companies. And the issue of the police not working with Gauteng Department of Education, as I alluded, we are having a very good working relationship with all departments, and we work together to address issues relevant to each and every department. We work together. If there is any issue within school environment, some of them I personally even went myself. All these issues, nearly most of the issues that happened within the school premises, with the station management and our local community policing forum, we went and we worked together. Gauteng crime prevention, Gauteng traffic wardens, and relevant stakeholders, including Department of Education, we work together to address school safety. And beside that, we have a standard system in place where SAPS, CPF, Gauteng traffic wardens, Gauteng traffic police, Department of Education, Department of Social Development, we go to schools to address schools, learners, all the learners. We go randomly, and we also conduct random school searches at those identified schools where we encounter challenges. Therefore, be comfortable. You have a right, of course, where you are not comfortable to when you don't see us doing to the expected level. We can improve on that. I thank you.
Thank you, Major General Kekana. I can see that we are dwindling out. We've asked questions, and whether the response is to what we want or it's not, but we are moving out, and I don't know how we're going to get the responses. Can I get Secretary of Police Service, Mr. Ntuli? Mr. Ntuli? Mr. Ntuli? Mr. Ntuli? Mr. Ntuli? Speak, speak.
Thank Deputy Minister.
Colleagues, community, I have said that the response might not be what you want, but it is a response. Nyacela baba, nyacela. Mamela baba, mamela. Mamela, mamela. It might not be what you want.
No, sorry. We are going to respond to the questions you have asked. We wrote them down there, and we have not responded, so we are going to respond. Let's allow Mr. Ntulu to respond and the others to do so. We will respond.
Thank you, DM, and both the DMs. Let me go straight to questions that were asked. And I'm looking also the Provincial Secretariat to be with me when I'm explaining this. The school safety matters that were raised here, let's manage them with Gauteng to improve on them, because I know Gauteng, there's a way that they are implementing it. Now, the patrollers, the CPFs, and I could hear the issues of the stipends being raised. So I don't want to jump the gun and just talk about them, because I know Gauteng, there's a particular way that already, for these, if they are patrollers doing work at school, they then need to liaise with the direct office of that school together with the provincial secretariat in order for them to receive what is due to them. Now, there's an issue of, for example, that were raised with regard to the safety of certain areas like cutting of grass. That matter indeed. I think the MEC for what you call the mayor actually was here. The issue there, we're talking of this ICVPS, integrated crime prevention strategy, where we say let the community safety, which is under the mayor's office, including the potholes, including the houses that are neglected. Those are the spaces that the province need to handle and sort it out. So, I think, yeah, those are almost mine. What we have noted is the issue of saying when we organize stakeholder engagements like this, we also need to take into consideration that disabled people who may not, when we organize our transport, we may not take them into consideration, but we take that with a positive note to say our teams moving forward, we also have to cater for that. I thank you for now. I'll rest it there. Thank you.
We're going to ask Chief Shadrack to respond to questions that was asked on JMPD so that we can have inclusive answers. Thank you.
Thank you, Program Director, the two DMs, and the MECs that are present, and the Executive Mayor of the City of Joburg, and DPC, Kekana, and other generals that are here. To the community, good day. I have to respond to a question, and I'm about to be shot by my colleague here. She's very angry, I can see that. But what I can say to her is that, or to everybody, is the following. Color doesn't matter, that's number one. Two is that as police officers, we try our best, but your case, it's a known case that has been there at JMPD, and as a newly appointed chief, I'm not a new officer, but a newly appointed police commissioner, I promise that we will deal with the matter. Time frames I cannot give, but there is processes that are happening in the city where there is recruitment of people that are coming. One of them is the issue of about 500 officers that will be recruited, is the capacity of training that we have to deal with, because we have about 120 something people at the academy. So we are pushing. If things would have gone better, I would say by July we'll be recruiting. So our people will be appointed in that. And also I have to deal with the issues of crime and the issues around the informal settlement. That is the priority as well. And please, some of us, and as JMPD as well, as you raise issues with SEPs, it's us as well because we are involved. So we are not excluding ourselves. We are part and parcel of this in order to get solution to the community. So I commit as well as JMPD that we are going to do our best as we've been doing at Eldorado Park or in Eldorado Park. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Jata. I can see Lamis is smiling. We are going to call on the Secretary of Police Service, Mr. Okay, so we're going to have Ms. Sentumule to address us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Before I start, I would like to appreciate all the concerns raised by the community and again say that it is our intent to make sure that as we are here, we resolve all of them amicably. General Kekana earlier covered the issue of corruption within the SAPS, but I thought it pertinent that I should maybe say the following, that as the SAPS, we strongly condemn any acts of corruption. And beyond the DPCI, we also have other mechanisms to deal with corruption. At times, people are afraid to speak, and they would like to report anonymously. We have our toll-free number for our Crime Stop, where you can report any act of corruption anonymously. And for those who don't have that number is 08600 10111. So we are asking that people can report to that particular number, but further, beyond DPCI, we also have IPID. Director Kifela Kai, I'm not sure if you are here. IPID is also here today, so you can also go and talk to him. We've got counterintelligence, Brigadier Ntuli is here, and General Mukhale is here from the detectives. On another matter, which is very, very important, there were complaints raised in relation to current cases under investigation. For that reason, please allow me to ask General Mukhale to please stand. General Mukhale, if you could please stand, and they can see you. Mr. Faisal Jafter, Ms. Cheverine Bennett, Ms. Amanda, I forgot the surname, Ms. Yvonne Johnson, and Apiwe Nyandeni. I would also please like you to go to General Mukhale over there, who will then take your cases and we can deal with them moving forward. He will also give you his contact details. You can also talk to him if you can't talk to him now. And for those who would like my number as well, I think you can approach me on the podium after we are done. I can also engage in relation to complaints against detectives as well as complaints against cases that are not finding joy in terms of them either being enrolled or delays in investigations. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ntumule. Those that was mentioned, if you can go up to the police officer. We are now going to call someone that's not a stranger to Eldorado Park, that slept at the police station at some stage, that was an MP, is an MP, but now is also the Deputy Minister of Social Development, and is also a caretaker of Gauteng, of Gauteng. Can we call on DM Hendricks to come to the podium?
Thank you very much, Program Director. Good afternoon, Molweni, Assalamu alaikum. It's a great pleasure for me to be here. The last time I was here, yes, I did sleep at the police station because the people of Eldorado Park was not very happy with the police. And this morning when I addressed the leadership of the police, I reminded them that the situation has to improve in Eldorado Park. I would like to acknowledge and greet the Honorable Deputy Minister of Police. He answered the call. He answered the call and is here to listen to you. And we are all looking forward to hear him, because I'm not going to speak too long. The Deputy Minister, I hope, will speak about the SAP's strategy plan for 2025 and 2030. And I'm sure that he will come up with a SAP strategy plan for Eldorado Park after listening to you and going through the questions that is written at the back. So many of you still have many questions. Please make sure that you record it so that the Deputy Minister can come up with a SAP strategy plan 2025 to 2030. And when he comes back to report on the SAP strategy plan, Deputy Minister, I think they're going to give you a feather to put in your cap. Because that means you have listened to the people of Eldorado Park and Freedom Park, and that SAPs will now throw their full weight behind the strategy plan. Now, I heard people are talking about the integrated crime and violent prevention strategy. That is now being replaced by a SAP strategy plan. And I hope that the leadership of SAPs get to understand what is in that strategy plan, and they must implement it in Eldorado Park. I want to use this opportunity, Deputy Minister, to acknowledge one of the great leaders of our country, a national hero, Don Mathale. Don Mathale Foundation was launched, Deputy Minister, in Eldorado Park. Eldorado Park acknowledged a national hero. And it is not right that people like Don Mathale were the first to fight for our liberation, but the people of Eldorado Park is the last to get government services, and that must change now. Deputy Minister, there were 3 issues that related to the Department of Social Development. So I'm going to focus on that. I was very disturbed to hear by an activist who said that there are empty stomachs in Eldorado Park tonight. There should be no empty stomachs. I'll tell you why. The Government of National Unity, and I serve on the Leaders Forum, and I've also been appointed by the President to be the presidential champion for Eldorado Park and for the city of Joburg. When the child is born, until the child is 18, the Government of National Unity provides that child with a child support grant. Now, it may not be much, but remember, it is for food only, not for nappies. In the old days, my mom used to wash my nappy. Now there's throwaways, which is too expensive. We must start washing nappies and not use expensive throwaways so we can buy more food. So we provide a child support grant from the day the child is born until the child is 18. And those children who go to university or college, we provide them with a bursary, accommodation, equivalent to nearly R500,000 a year. And they don't, if they are in receipt of a grant, or their parents, they don't even have to apply for the bursary, they get it automatically. Now, there are many people during COVID who lost their jobs. So government provided a COVID grant, which is only there to provide to put food on the table and for nothing else, because the country can't afford at this stage to do more. We provide a pension for people with disabilities, and if they are really needed, we give them a caregiver. Then when you reach the age of 60, we provide you with an older person's grant. And when you are 75, like I am, but I look younger than many of you, we get a few rands extra. So I can't understand why the activists are saying there are empty stomachs in Eldorado Park tonight. There's no need to be empty stomachs. This government of national unity has ensured some form of food security, and we want to do more. I've heard the questions about people with disabilities. My name is in the box to assist people with disabilities, but I've been newly appointed, and I will make a special effort through my councillors. We've got 3 councillors in the city of Joburg who look after Eldorado Park, that special attention will be paid to people with disabilities. Then lastly, we've heard the issues about drugs and the mafia and drug lords. It is unacceptable that children on their way to school must go and buy dagga. I know there's a dagga act. I will scrap that act and throw it in the waste paper basket. And the minister, my Minister of Social Development, supports me. We're going to tear up that act and throw it in the waste paper basket. To hell with those who want to make money by growing dagga. It is causing a lot of harm. It cannot be that school children, before they go to the classroom, go and buy dagga. But let me be more practical. South Africa has a drug master plan. We heard one of the activists say that that drug master plan is not working. I agree it is not working. So we will tear up that drug master plan and draw up a new drug master plan. We will come to Eldorado Park with a new 5-year drug master plan. We have 2 billion rand to implement it. And when I present the drug master plan to Eldorado Park, and you don't complain and then don't come and moan and groan afterwards, because we would have consulted you. So we have listened to what you've said. Now many of you may say, yes, this is another talk show. But I can assure you this Deputy Minister and the Minister of Police are very serious to implement the SAP's strategy plan 2025-2030. And I hope, Deputy Minister, that Eldorado Park, because of Don Matera, a national hero, that Eldorado Park will be top of our list. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deputy Minister. We are now going to call on the Honorable MEC of Kokta, MEC Mamabolo.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity very briefly to thank the program directors, both of them, and to acknowledge them and to appreciate the good work they are doing. On behalf of the provincial government of Gauteng, led by our Honorable Premier Panyaza Lesufi, I would like to take this opportunity to extend a word of appreciation, acknowledgement, and thank you. Thanks to the 2 deputy ministers, and of course acknowledge their excellent work. The first speaker is also very eloquently, Honorable Deputy Minister Mathale has correctly acknowledged the good work that you're doing, and I think I'd like to build on that and appreciate those remarks. Let me also just greet all the MMCs, all the councillors, and all the community leaders and the people of Eldos and all the surrounding communities, and the entire leadership of SAPS, all government officials. Let me acknowledge also the HOD of Community Safety that is here, but otherwise let me thank General Kekana as well for having answered the questions, and of course all the people that have tried their best to provide the answers to the questions. Now at this point, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at a very important moment, and that is to receive the keynote address from the Deputy Minister. But before we do that, let me just, on behalf of the Premier and the provincial government, make a commitment that we will, as the provincial government, look at all the issues that have been raised, all the issues that have been tabled in this meeting, and Deputy Ministers, the provincial government will work with the city of Johannesburg. We will work with national government to make sure that we can roll out a program to address the issues that have been raised, and we want to appreciate and acknowledge everybody who has made a contribution. I can assure you we will, together with the Premier, respond to the issues that have been raised in a much more concrete and practical way, working with the city of Joburg and of course working with national government. On that basis, let me say to the Deputy Minister Mathale is well known to all of us, has already been acknowledged, and I think his excellent work has also been well appreciated. And on that note, I would like to ask all of you that we put our hands together and we stand up to acknowledge and to receive the Deputy Minister who's going to deliver the keynote address. Let's give him a thunderous round of applause. Deputy Minister, over to you.
Thank you. We may be seated. Thank you, program directors, the Deputy Minister of Social Development, Honorable Deputy Minister Hendricks, the MEC representing the Gauteng Provincial Government, Honorable Mamavulo, the Executive Mayor who has left because he's receiving a delegation in the office, Dada Morera, who is currently represented by the Program Director, our MMC for Finance, Mayor Arnold, Lieutenant General Sintumule, Divisional Commissioner for Detectives in the Republic of South Africa, Major General Kekana, the Deputy Provincial Commissioner of Gauteng, Major General Matonsi, Lieutenant General Jacobs, the leadership of SAPS present here, Mr. Ntuli, the Chief of Metro, Baba O. Patrick Gaha, the HOD, Me Nontsikelele Sisulu, and other officials present here. the community of Eldorado, and in particular, Mayor Hendricks, representing Black Entrepreneur Alliance, who were central to our coming to Eldorado Park today, and the community of Eldorado Park, the Slovo, and the Freedom Park, and the surrounding areas that are present here. Members of the media, good afternoon. It has been a very interesting day for me, a learning process. We started in the morning by visiting the Kepler family to pay our condolences to the family because one of their children, in particular their daughter, works for the wardens in Gauteng and who tragically passed on. May her soul rest in peace. We had to go there and pay our condolences. And we appreciate the contribution of that family to the fight against crime in Gauteng in particular and the Republic of South Africa. And we are happy that her younger brother is also a warden, and he will continue to serve our people to the best of his ability together with other wardens that are working in this province. We started there because we thought it is appropriate for us as a ministry and as a department to pay homage to her and acknowledge the role that she has played and thank the family. We also committed ourselves to continue to work with them as they go through this journey of seeking justice for their daughter. I have committed to them that we will reach out to the executive director of IPID because there are issues that they raised which needed her attention, and I did so immediately after we left that place. She will be visiting the family together with her team to interact with them. But I'm also happy that the family is happy with the way the investigating officer is carrying out his responsibilities of ensuring that there is justice. Of course, we need to do more as we move along this difficult journey, including providing this necessary support to the family so that they can find closure. Yes, indeed, we came here with Minister Begikele. We listened to you, you raised your concerns, we jotted them down, and we agreed that there must be follow-up on the questions that you raised here. I just said to the Deputy Provincial Commissioner General Kekana that they must call an imbizo and come and give you feedback on the issues that you have raised with us then and the issues that you have raised with us today. The imbizos that we conduct are not imbizos that we just come and talk and we go away. That's why we have a help desk there at the back. Everything that was said here is written, is recorded there. The objective is that after this engagement, there should be continuous interaction between the police and the people who raised their concerns today, and give them feedback until the matters are finalized. That is going to happen And it will happen on the issues that you have raised here. We are going to individually follow them. We are going to make sure that there is closure. There is no single question that is raised here that there is not going to be a response on. You will be responded to your satisfaction. You might not agree with how the matter is concluded at the end, but it will be attended to. We have done this in other parts of the country where we have had imbizos of this nature. Personally, I have had an experience in the Western Cape where we had a follow-up imbizo and we gave people feedback on what has happened. This is not going to be an exception. We are going to do so. And we are not doing this because we have got nothing to do. We are doing it because it is necessary for us to do it. You deserve this service. We will not stop doing it. Whether there are elections or no elections, we will come to you and interact with you. We are from a general election, and we'll be going to another general election in 5 years. But we will, for as long as we are in government, we will do this. We will come to you, we will talk to you, we will consult with you. We are not bringing solutions to you, but together with you, we are going to come up with solutions to the problems that you are confronted with. The anger that you have displayed here is understandable and it's reasonable. I understand why you behave the way you did. Not all of you, because it's not all of you who are angry. I must not be misunderstood. There are those of you who are angry because of the experiences that you have had in working with us. You have said you go to the charge office to lay a complaint, you don't get assistance, or you are treated in a manner that is not in keeping with what you are expected to get from a service. The South African Police Service is a service. It's self-explanatory. South African Police Service is police that are at the service of our people. We must serve our people. It's not the other way around, that our people must serve us. That is what we are. So when you come to us expecting a service and you don't get a service, you become angry. And it's understandable, because we are supposed to be receptive when you come. You must feel welcome. When you go to a police station, when you walk in there, you must feel welcomed. You mustn't feel like you are not needed here. Because once you feel you are not needed, you will not open up. And if you don't open up, we won't succeed in our work as subs. Because subs can only succeed by working together with the community, because it is the community that knows what is happening in the community. It is the community that have got unique eyes and ears that sees the things that we can't see. Even the successes that we make, these successes are so because of the information that we get from the community. It's not because we are smart. Like yesterday, we came to Eldorado Park. We went into a particular house. We found a house and a backyard, a back room house there. In that,
when we knocked and they welcomed us in, we didn't go to the main house. We went to the backyard house and we found guns and drugs in the back room house, not in the main house. How did we know that the drugs are in the back room house, not in the main room house? Because somebody somewhere said, when you come, don't go to the main house. The drugs are not there. They are in the back room house. The police based at Eldorado police station, there is no way they can see what is happening in that particular yard. But the people who stay in Eldos know that. And it is true that we were able to arrest someone yesterday here in Eldorado Park with drugs. And that arrest led us to Santen, where we got more drugs than the drugs that we got here in Eldorado Park. And a further person was arrested there in Santen, not Eldorado Park. Because of what? Information from the community. We can't succeed without our people. So it's important that we must make our people happy at all material times. If you are a business person or you are running a shop and you don't treat your customers well, what is going to happen to your business? It will collapse. Our community are our customers as subs. So we must serve these customers to the best of our ability so that they can become happy and they can come tomorrow, they can support us, they can be with us, they can inform us of dangers that we don't see because they have got unique eyes and ears. So it's important that we must understand this, and it's important that we must know that we must work together. Engagement with communities is not our creation. That today, seated here, we suddenly become rocket scientists. We call imbizos, we sit with you here. No. This program of imbizo, of people coming together to deal with the challenges of the day, this is what our forefathers have been doing over the years in their respective communities. That's why Nelson Mandela, when he started in 1994, he said we must have izimbizo. And imbizo is not a new creation of a democratic state. This is what has always been happening in our communities, our people coming together to resolve the challenges that they are confronted with. So we are simply continuing on the journey started by our forebearers, started by President Mandela, followed by President Mbeki, followed by President Jacob Zuma, currently led by President Cyril Ramaphosa. This is a program that will continue on for as long as we are confronted with the problems that our people have. We have had questions from you, starting from Mili, who spoke of 2 cases of pointing of a firearm and where the case was opened and the docket seemingly it was lost and they were told to reconstruct that case. They did the reconstruction of the case and nothing has happened to date. General Sintumula have said that they must get in touch with General Mathale there. I saw some of them going to him. We want to know what happened to this case ya Mili, which had to be reconstructed. We need answers. This case must be followed up. This case must be dealt with. And she must be given feedback as to what happened. But we must not only deal with this case, General Kekana, General Sintumule, and General Mohale, but we must also go and understand what happened. What happened the first time they went there to open a case? What happened with the reconstructed case? Why these delays? And appropriate action must be taken against all those who have done wrong or acted in a manner that is not supposed to be the case. We must deal with this because for as long as we live, some amongst us who don't want to serve our people will come and gather here and get this type of complaints from our people because of rotten apples amongst our rank. We don't want this type of police officers amongst us. If they don't want to serve, they must leave. If they can't voluntarily leave, we must frog march them out and remain with those who want to serve our people. It is incorrect to say that this administration and the administrations before, there is a program to marginalize certain communities. All the people who live in South Africa, both black and white, belong to this country. And there is no better citizen or first citizen and a second citizen. All the people who live in South Africa deserve to be treated equally and to equally participate in opportunities that the democratic dispensation has provided. We must not have a situation wherein other community members feel that they are less of a people because of the color of their skin or the language they speak. Everybody must be treated equally. In my office, I was told something that I was not aware of for the past 5 years, that I have an office full of women only. And I looked at them and I realized, but I didn't see this for the past 6 years that I worked in that office, that I have an office led by women. And in that office, when they were asking questions here, and I looked back in the office, I realized, or no, but in that office, I have people who come from Eppington. One is called Ashla Bostander. Yeah, well, I don't know whether it's a Khoisan or what. I never asked that question. She's a human being who works in my office. And I found her in the office. And I didn't say no because I found here you must leave. I must hire my own people. I work with them and they are doing an excellent job. And this is the attitude of this administration. There might be some individuals who behave in a manner that suggests that they prefer certain languages or certain skin pigmentation before you can be given a responsibility. But that is not the policy of government, including with regard to services. We are a democratic state, non-racial, non-sexist. In our posture, in what we do, in how we execute the implementation of our policies, that is the approach, that is the understanding. Any other thing outside that is not the position of this administration. We have heard that there was a commitment for a police station in Freedom Park. I have asked General Kekana to check where is that process. He says to me, yes, it was agreed that there must be a service for the people of Freedom Park. And it was also agreed that we must not look at the Freedom Park in isolation. There are about 4 sectors in this area of Eldorado Park, which also include Freedom Park. There is a realization that the Eldorado Park police station is not appropriately capacitated to be able to service the people of this area, and it must therefore be capacitated to carry out its responsibilities. Why, General Kekana, the members of the meeting were responding as you were talking about the vehicles? They are not saying that you are not speaking the truth when you say there are vans in the area. They hear you saying, yes, there are vans. Yes, they agree with you, there are vans. But they have got an experience that when they go there to report, they are told that there is only one van. And as a result, when you say there are vans, they agree with you, or yes, you are correct what you are saying, but when we report, we are told there is only one van. Now, the thing that we need to do is to ensure that when people report, there is a response. A van is dispatched to go and do what it is supposed to do. We must go back to understand what is the problem. Is it the problem of personnel, or is it a problem of a van? Because if you say a van is there and they say the van is not there, what is the problem? Is it because when they report at the Pocharge office, they only have one officer on duty, such that if that officer on duty leaves, there won't be somebody on duty, and therefore the answer that person gives is that there is no van, instead of saying, I can't come there because nobody will remain here. We must go and check that. We must do what is necessary for our people to receive the services that they deserve. There are comments that were raised around Brigadier Maluleke and Brigadier Mapoto. They say they are very good police officers, they are doing an excellent job. But at the same time, someone says, no, they are complaining. So we can't say the complaints are wrong, those who are not complaining are right. We must go and understand what happened and deal with the problem that have been raised. There is a councillor here who was supposed to be part of us and answer questions. But she is not part of us, and she's not asking a question. She's not answering a question, she's asking a question. And she says she has been arrested for housing a matter. There is a docket. I think we must investigate this matter, or what is the real problem. If there is any wrongdoing from our side, we must deal with it. If there is wrongdoing from the side of a councillor, we must deal with it. The law must take its course, irrespective of who you are. If you are a police officer, you do wrong, we must act on you. If you are a councillor, you do wrong, we must act on you without fear or favor. This engagement was not convened by Deputy Minister Mathale so that he can come here and talk about police as Deputy Minister Mathale. No, it's our imbizo as you see us here. Oh, Mayor Honored, MMC, she's a program director. She's an MMC for the city of Johannesburg. The welcome remarks that we got here are from the executive mayor, Mayor Mrero. The words of comments and remarks and presenting the deputy minister come from the provincial government. It's another sphere of government. The response here, the first response that came here from amongst our team, came from the chairperson of the CPF to respond to the questions that you have asked. These are the three spheres of government working together to interact with yourselves. Not as an individual department coming here to interact with you, because the issues that you have is not about policing matters only, are community challenges that you are confronted with. That's why you have got Deputy Minister of Social Development here as part of the respondents to the issues that you have raised. We have also invited Department of Justice. Deputy Minister Nel was supposed to be with us, and Deputy Minister Sithole was supposed to be with us as well to deal with some of the issues that you have raised. They apologize because of other emergent issues that came. We are organizing these imbizos in this fashion so that we come as government. When we are here, you see government. When you stand here to raise questions, you don't stand here and say, yeah, I'm going to talk about the issues of police. You talk about things that affect you. That's why you also spoke about issues of education. You stand there and said, when you go to school, there is big grass there, where criminals sit there. The cutting of grass have got nothing to do with police. But you raise it here in an imbizo called by police because you don't care. The problem you came here, you say you want proper sporting facility. You want a wall in the stadium. It has got nothing to do with police, but you are raising it, you are telling your government. And I can't stand here and say, no, who are the government. You are telling us, and we must respond. I know the MMC is here. I noted down when you said you want a wall. By that time, the mayor had left. I noted it because I must raise it with him. Some of the issues, I noted them. I know MEC Mamabulo is here on behalf of the province, but we work together as he goes back to report. Then on my special day, we speak with the Premier. Premier, we were at one of your communities. These are the issues they raised. We work together as a team. We said the chief of police must respond, of the metro must respond to some of the questions that you asked, because we work together with him. We have signed what we call a cooperative agreement between national government, the provincial government of Gauteng led by Premier Panyaza Lesufi, the metro city led by Mayor Mrero, we signed a cooperative agreement with the police, with the private sector involved, so that we can work together to bring about better services to yourselves. We are doing this because it's a necessary thing to do. Lanuma kukoba rinti oringwa rinusi hobe. Lokulava kunusa hobo ungenisa shiandla. When you want to scoop beans, you don't use your finger. You can't scoop beans with a finger. We use your hand to scoop the beans. And those others, they say, "Mpirutri gauli," meaning that if you have got an iron rod, it will never make sound on its own. If you want to make sound out of it, you bring another rod, you beat them together, it will make sound. We will not succeed in the fight against crime unless we work together. We become mpirutri gaule illa ile mibedi. This is how we are going to succeed. And this is what we are going to do. This is what we are doing as we are speaking to you, because we know and understand that we will not succeed without working with you. You have raised an issue about IPID, where you called and you did not get joy. We are going to raise these matters, like I said, when I left the family. I called the executive director, and I can see you are here, Mr. Kepler. I called the executive director, and she did confirm that she once came to the house. She's going to come again, because I spoke to her. But I'm going to raise this matter that you raised here about the lack of response from the side of the IPID on the issues you raise about corrupt police officers that needs to be attended to. The other issues that you have raised here will be attended to, about the 9-year-old who robbed an Uber and bought liquor for the parents and all the other things. I think the DM did speak to that issue. The cases that the 2 weeks ago, I have a case, it took them 2 weeks to come to take fingerprints. It's completely unacceptable, but it will be followed. It will be followed up, that matter, Mr. Vincent Naidu. We have taken your particulars, like I said, the issues that you have raised with us here, we have jotted them down, and I think they did provide their contact details at the table there, because we must call them and follow up these issues so that we deal with them. The case of ballistics, generals in Tumule. There is a case that was raised that a Uber driver shot a woman, and the matter is under ballistics for 6 months. The case number is 22501 of 2025, raised by Faisal Jafta, who also said that I must put a feather in my head. And I saying to myself, seated there, no, maybe I must tell Mr. Faisal Jafta that no, I don't wear hats that have feathers. My heads don't have feathers, and I'm not looking for one. But there is this case that the ballistics are not coming. Now it's 6 months. We must check with General Mulaudzi what is happening with these ballistics, what is the problem, so that we give Faisal. Are you still here, Mr. Faisal? Ubarovaile. But yeah, uzoyithola impendulo sizoyilandelela le case lesi simnike answer ukuthi kuyenzakalani. But we must deal with this. Our people must have confidence in us that when they give us things, we follow them, and we will do so to the best of our ability. Meposhia Paulos says there is an old man who sells dacha to young children. We can't allow these old people who have failed in life, who want to destroy the future of our children. We must go and deal with this old man who does not see a future in our country. I'm sorry, there is a problem. Maria Kumalo says that our wardens also, they are being schooled in the art of doing wrong things. But I think those are issues that we must deal with it. I think those are the issues that you have raised. We know that you cannot all have the opportunity to ask questions, but others will ask questions that to some extent deal with the issues that affect you. And those of you who didn't have the opportunity to ask, we request that you go to our desk there to write down your issues. We will definitely follow it up and deal with it to the best of our ability. We will look at the entire sectors here and deal with the challenges of police visibility. We have a program as SAPS and the leadership under Minister Mkunu that we must deal with certain categories of crime in the country which are a problem, and certain things that are at the center of crime in the Republic of South Africa. One of them is guns. That the proliferations of guns in our communities is a problem. And many of our criminal activities in the country, at the center of them is guns and drugs. So we have a program to deal with this. We are going to deal with it. What I mentioned earlier, which happened here in Eldorado Park, is part of that program of removing illegal firearms in our communities. The guns that we took here in Eldorado Park yesterday and in Sandton, those guns were intended to go and commit crime. The shootings that are happening here, the killings that are happening here is as a result of this, and we are going to deal with them without failure. We have strengthened our capacity at head office and in provinces to be able to deal with this. And as a demonstration that indeed we have strengthened this capacity, this arrest that took place here yesterday, it was intelligence-led. That's why when they went into that house, they didn't go everywhere there. They went to a specific place and came up with what we wanted to take there, which was guns and drugs. And that incident led us to Sandton. We are not prophets. We use intelligence. And it is because of that that we're able to deal with this. It's not, these are just but examples. We had challenges in crime intelligence. We started a program in the 6th administration led by Minister Kele. Minister Mkunu is continuing that program to strengthen our crime intelligence capability. And it is yielding results. cash in heist is going down. Many other criminal activities in the country are going down. Yes, crime is high, but we have a program and we are committed, working together with you to reduce this. I liked what Pastor Errol Jacob said, that their readiness to work with the city, to clean the city, to clean Eldorado Park. Nobody's going to clean your backyard if you don't clean it yourself. We must clean our houses, we must clean our backyards, we must clean our streets. We must not throw papers around, so that when people from outside come, they must come and find us clean. We will never wake up in the morning and find ourselves clean unless we wake up and clean ourselves. It's very important, and we would like to applaud you, Pastor, for that commitment, because that is what we need. When we clean Eldorado Park, when we clean Freedom Park, it doesn't mean when we live in informal settlement we must be dirty. It doesn't mean that. An informal settlement is an informal settlement because we don't have a formal settlement. But we must clean it. It must be clean. It must be presentable. It's necessary to do so. Yeah, my man, but we said we are going to respond to the issues you have raised, and we are doing exactly that. I think the issues of Dan Muachi from Slovo, you have raised the issue, we agree, we will do it, we will respond appropriately. I think the long and short of what we are saying is that let's work together. To the provincial leadership of SAPS, the District Commissioner General, you are here, and the station commander. Please, let's represent the blue uniform well. Let's become a true service that we are supposed to be. Nelson Mandela started the journey, and he called on us to serve the people of this country. Let's serve them to the best of our ability. Let's become a service. Let's become a light. Let's become the pallbearers of the future of this country. Let's make our communities be proud of us. When they see police, they must see a friend. When they see police, they must see somebody that they can approach for help. They must not see police and think of something else. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to interact with you. Nyabonga.
We have now come to the end of our program, but we are going to call on Major General Kekana to give us the vote of thanks. Over to you, Major.
Thanks very much. First of all, let me appreciate our program directors. We'll get it. The MMC will get it. Thanks very much. Let's appreciate our program directors, our MMC, Mayor Arnolds, and Colonel Mufukeng for driving this program so efficiently and under the circumstances. We really appreciate what you have done for us. And when I was doing acknowledgement, I left out Advocate Malema, the provincial head of Department of Justice and Constitutional Development. Advocate Malema, there is standing. You are acknowledged, sir. And there is also from NPA, we have Mr. Lucas Smith, who deal with community prosecutions. Meneer Smith, baie dankie. You are acknowledged. And we also have Meneer Paul Oosthuizen, also from NPA, from the West Rand region. Baie dankie. We'll see. We would like to appreciate the time our Deputy Minister Mathale and Deputy Minister Hendricks took, including our MEC for Kokta in Gauteng, Ndate Mamabolo, for their time. We really appreciate your time and commitment to serve. Our provincial heads from Home Affairs, Provincial Secretariat, our correctional services, our councillors who are here, or those who were here, our head of department from the community safety, and of course from the mayor who had to be excused due to other pressing matters. We, in absentia, we appreciate your time. From SAPS, our divisional commissioner for crime detection and forensic services, Lieutenant General Sintumule, and our divisional commissioner for inspectorate, Lieutenant General Jacobs, who had to leave due to a bereavement just happened in the family. Our colleagues and team from Black Entrepreneur Alliance, Ms. Hendricks and the team, we really appreciate your time. Our Community Policing Forum, who are the leader in community collaboration, we appreciate your time. Our communities that came in large numbers to attend to this, we are really acknowledged and appreciated. And to our Chief of Johannesburg Metro Police, Chief Patrick Jaka, your time and your team, you are highly acknowledged. And our provincial traffic police that have been here, and Gauteng traffic wardens, and all role players who took time to be here and ensure that this occasion is a success. Your time and presence is highly acknowledged. And as we depart, we'll request the team that was in the briefing to go back to the venue so that we can continue with a debriefing just for a few minutes before we depart. I thank you all. May God bless you, and all bon voyage, safe travels, mercies. I thank you.
I'm finished. I'm done. I'm done.
Sorry, sister. Please give me that papers.
How?
Because I thought the States was. Who must I give it to? For the place. Who must I give it to?
To the minister, to the
He says I must give it back to you.
Baie dankie, baie dankie for bringing them here. We appreciate it. Sir, thank you very much.